Hi people and welcome back to League Scroll. Welcome back to the channel. We are in July. It's a cold weather out here, and you also see that it is kind of warm or hot in different other areas. But it's a good morning to others, and it's a good night here. And we're back to it with transfer news. More for the Gunners, as you know, we have done more business than any other club in the English Premier League so far, and not just incomings but also extending contracts of players that have shown are worthy to play and to play for Arsenal for the coming few years. It's going to be competitive, and it's always right to make an extension for this good talent. But on a more sad note, we'll be starting the channel by giving all the prayers we have to Edwin van der Sar, the former Manchester United legend, who is in hospital, has been laid in hospital, and he's suffering from, I don't know, a bleeding around his brain. So I think he's internal hemorrhage, and I think all we Arsenal fans and any other football fan out there knows that when it comes down to anything that is life threatening, we all come together and we have to give our prayers and wish him a quick recovery as he's in hospital. And yeah, Edwin van der Sar, we wish you all the best in hospital. You will come out strong and healthy. Quick recovery. And now on to other news. We'll start with the most transfers done by a club in the English Premier League, and that is Arsenal, who have now just recently sealed as William Saliba onto a contract extension for the next 4 years. And the guy has been massive on his first senior season at Arsenal. The guy plays at Arsenal, and when you watch him, you will think this guy has been playing for the past 10 years competitively in this league. And this guy is only 22 years old. The guy is a senior defender. He commands the defense, and his partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes has seen him also be an outstanding defender at the heart of the defense of Arsenal. And yeah, he has been given his much awaited contract extension with Arsenal, and he will be a major part to the rebuild of Arsenal into back to glory. And yeah, they even gave him the number 2 shirt, which was previously worn by Hector Bellerin. And I don't know who has worn this shirt before again, but Hector Bellerin used to wear this shirt as a right back, and now it is being owned by William Saliba. On to better season next season, and all I can do as a Ghana is to wish him all the best next season. I hope he prepares well, and we get into the preseason and he represents the Arsenal on every fixture next season, because it will be tougher than just the previous season. We hope he will be present for all the fixtures. Another Arsenal signing that is awaiting, Jurien Timber has just completed his medicals with Arsenal and successfully. And so the only thing that we await is for Jurien Timber to be announced as a Ghana officially. The guy, he's an Ajax former, let me say, former Ajax player now, and the guy is a massive player. The guy is exemplary. He plays right back, he can play in the center back, he can play in the midfield as far as I watch the comps, because he is versatile. The guy is he's quick, he's a reliable player to have in the squad, and he's gonna be a squad player. And the first season in the English Premier League, I hope he also performs well in there. Uh, the preseason that Arsenal will be traveling to the US and German, and I think he's gonna be by what I've watched and all the comps compiled by various YouTube channels. I think the guy is massive. He's gonna be a revelation, and he's gonna give the guy Ben White competition, which is a fair competition as a team that is wanting to compete for the best and the best accolades. So I think Julian Timber to Arsenal for a price of I think 40 to 45 million pounds is a good sign. And Mikel Arteta, he has the pull. Mikel Arteta has the pull. He promised this guy game time. He promised him everything that, and he gave his ideas. So Mikel Arteta knows how to sell the idea that we are gonna do well, and we do well. It's not something that it's just saying. Julian Timber to Arsenal. Here we go soon. Number 3, Christian Pulisic, Chelsea's. I could say Chelsea's player because he still hasn't undergone his medicals, but he will be an AC Milan player soon. Christian Pulisic has had a few injury cases. He's prone to injury, as he is, with his move to Chelsea to the English Premier League hasn't been that good for him. But he was a guy prospective to play on the top of his game. The guy can do a lot for a team. He's not just a team player, but with the injuries here and there, the guy has been out for Chelsea a lot of times. But when he steps up, he has been key to many matches that Chelsea have played. He's a dribbler, he's a scorer, and they call him Captain America because, yeah, he does wonders when he gets on the pitch. So we wish him well at AC Milan, and we hope that he can get his groove back and do well in his footballing career. Edmond Tapsoba, Tottenham have been on about this for a while. I don't know if it's concrete, but Tottenham have this guy on the top of the list, and the priority is that they're gonna say the signing of Edmond Tapsoba. He currently plays in the I think Bundesliga, and he's a revelation. When you watch the comps of this guy, you would wonder why Arsenal haven't gone for such a guy to be a backup, or maybe give Gabriel Magalhaes a chase for his money, because the guy is a real centre back, a good centre back, solid centre back who can give you depth in the team, quality depth in the team, especially if you are going into the season with more competitions on the belt. And but if Tottenham sell this guy, it's a quality sign for for Postecoglou, their new manager, and it's also a good way to add into the squad, as the squad depth for Tottenham. They won't be playing in Europe, I think. So when they have these quality players, it's going to be good for them. They could actually compete for top 4. You never know. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see if this is concrete. Concrete talks are gonna happen, or if this is just interest and it's gonna happen soon. We'll have to wait and see, all you Tottenham fans. Yeah, and back to Arsenal, the North London rivals of Tottenham. We have academic graduate in Race Nelson, who just sealed his contract extension. He was on a free. He was about to leave the club on a free transfer, but Mikel Arteta convinced him that he's still part of the team, and he was quite a revelation last season. I'll only go back to that Bournemouth game because that is the one that every guy is referring to. But the guy has been a revelation. He's a good dribbler. When you watch his comps, when you watch his game, on a good day, he's a good player off the bench, on the starting lineup, and he has given his best so far. He has been injury stricken most of the time, but I think Reece Nelson has more to give to the Arsenal fans, and he is an academic graduate. He is one of our own, straight through the blood. And yeah, I think Chris Nelson signs a contract extension, and it's gonna be wavy next season. I think, because that is what I feel, and I know all you guys out there also feel that we're gonna do the best next season. But let's not get carried away. We still need to add more to the squad. We just sealed the likes of Saliba on a contract extension. Declan Rice has just completed his medicals, or he's about to complete his medicals. Julian Timber has completed his medicals just to sign the thing, and we have the likes of Rice Nelson also extending. So who else do we need to extend the contracts to? Because we have sealed Saka, we have sealed Saliba, we have sealed the keeper Ramsdale to a long extension, and many others. But we need to add quality, and we also need and we'll also be seeing other outgoings, as we have recently seen Granit Xhaka in not a surprise exit, but the guy was exemplary last season and the previous season also. It's a revelation. He's made a turnaround in his career, and he has exited Arsenal as any other good player that Arsenal have had in the past has done. Because if he would have exited after throwing the fans, throwing the armband to the ground, it wouldn't be quite salty for Arsenal fans and this guy. But he is a leader in the dressing room, so we have lost the leader. And I hope Declan Rice from West Ham is gonna step into this and fill those boots as a leader in the dressing room, on the pitch, and we'll carry on from there. So it's a rebuild, and this is gonna be a younger team next season. I don't know what uh, Thomas Partey's future at Arsenal. I don't know about that. We have other interest in the midfield, and I think if we see any other defensive midfield for Arsenal, we might see Partey exiting. But yeah, he has stressed himself that he still has something to offer to the fans. He still has something to prove to the Premier League, and I hope we have Partey on our starting lineup next season, or a team player. He's also a leader. He's a quality player to lose this season, maybe next season. But I think Arsenal still need to add more to the squad, because it's looking good. But you never know when you add too many new players to the squad, young squad like this. You also need some leaders and mature players, and we'll have to see. The likes of Mohamed El Neni is signed to just a year left, but he's not a consistent player in the team. He has various injuries himself, so we'll have to wait and see. He's doing his coaching badges, I think, allegedly, and we need people who are really concentrating on the first 11, because by just testing that second place last season and going head to head with Man City in the title challenge, I think many Arsenal fans are thinking, yeah, next season we should really be better than the previous one. And Mikel Arteta himself has reiterated this in most of his interviews. So I think, yeah, for Arsenal themselves, I think that is gonna be a revelation if we do even better than the previous season. So we'll have to wait and see. But you guys leave a like on this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys, because that is how you keep in touch with me and you keep getting a pop-up of my updates in the video section. And yeah, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get all the live updates as I keep updating you on the recent transfer rumors and news that are happening across Europe and any other leagues. So yeah, I'll see see you on the next one. You guys have a good day, have a good night. Adios.